My name is Natasja Mabesoone. My studio is based in Brussels at Level 5, an artist cooperative run organization. My work starts at the porous edges of printmaking, drawing and painting, where conceptual reflection, social context and material engagement are in constant dialogue. I use a lot of imagery that is coded as feminine, like makeup, stickers, glitter, nail polish, fake tattoos. And the makeup, I really see that as a kind of transformative medium. It's something between touch and vision, or it merges touch and vision, it comes together. And it's something that on the one hand highlights something, it exaggerates something, but it can also conceal something. In all my work, the exhibition context and the presentation context are really important. Art Brussels invited me to make an artistic intervention at the entrance of the art fair, and I realized it was really a functional and symbolic space. It wasn't a neutral threshold, but it's a dense environment where you have a lot of things going on. You have the info desks, the ticketing, a lot of signalization, and so I thought about what I could do to really use or work with that infrastructure without simply adding my artwork. I thought about using a single image, letting it mutate across the space, copying it on everything that is there. And for the image, I was inspired by multiple artists. One was Cassatt in the box, and another reference that is in the image is Amy Heckerling's Clueless. And so you see figures from history and a contemporary setting that are playing with this idea of spectacle and display and self-presentation, looking and being looked at. Art Brussels is a space where value is created around artworks, and it's showing that the value of the artwork is not inherently in the artwork, it's also the context of the artwork that creates its value. And by letting the setting of the entrance of the fair manipulating the images, these things come together. And so it's not only the artwork that becomes the architecture, it's also the architecture that becomes the artwork. For Gallery Sophie van de Velde, I will show the artworks that were used for the installation before the spatial distortions. So in their original status, without any digital manipulation or adjustments. The image, of course, is made with makeup and has this blushy feeling, so you could almost feel it's skin-like, and there's an analogy between the skin and the surface and the architecture and the skin, and so I hope that is sensible, and that people think about these dynamics, like how is meaning generated from an artwork, how is value created, what does it mean, value.